Welcome, welcome. It's Monday again. Welcome to the Victory in Business Accountability and Success Mastermind call. I am Vanessa, and I am your confidence and success coach here to guide you on Mondays for some accountability and goal setting. So let me start to, oh, guys, sorry. It was Les. He's probably, let me turn this thing off. Okay, do not disturb. I wonder if Les is trying to log on and he pressed the wrong thing. Okay, today I know, Kim, let me ask you first. How did the show go for you this weekend?
So for context, for anybody that doesn't know, I did the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo this weekend with my jewelry and my inspirational books, and I did a presentation on an aging reversal program that I have with my holistic business. So sales wise, not as great. A lot of us, there were more people and there were more vendors. They sold out, so things are getting spread a little bit, but it's beginning to be more active and more vibrant. So sales were good. And at the end, I had a customer that had bought wholesale from me before and bought $777. So that was very nice. That was, thank you. And my presentation went well. I'm continuing to optimize from a head injury for many years. So for me, I knew I had to send out an email. I've been putting together people that have been interested in this aging reversal program. So we made an email list because I can't be on the phone calling people. I have too many other things to do. So how can I stay in touch? So I put a newsletter together, which was huge. I did that. And then I thought it was automatically connected to my Hercules list. Well, no, it was connected to my Kim Conrad list, which has almost 3,000 people on it. So I sent the email to people that I didn't think I was going to send them to. And almost 500 people opened. There are only 10 people that unsubscribed, and about 17 people clicked the link. So then I figured out how to send to Hercules. Then I sent out a jewelry newsletter, and I created a presentation that worked really well too in about 3 days. So for me to do all that is like leaps. That's really
Congratulations. Yeah, you can feel so proud. And I want to remind all of you, because we have the Achieve Conference coming up too. So with these events, yes, we love to make sales, we love to make money, but our main goal always should be to create new contacts, new connections, as many as possible. And Kim, you did this now and you followed up, and the gold is always in the follow-up. The gold is always in afterwards. We think, oh, after the show, we're exhausted and we're done. No, that's when the work really starts. That is when we need to really, really take time to follow up with those people that actually did connect with us at the show, at the conference, at wherever we were, and set up those one-on-one meetings that we can really, really get to know these people, number one, and then number two, hopefully convert them into helping them through getting them engaged in our services. So I want us to always remember that. Thanks for sharing that, Kim.
You're welcome. Can I just say a quick thank you? I just have never, which also would be a sign of reflection of me, but I've never been in a group where I can be celebrated with every aspect of my life for success. And it's incredibly healing for me. So I want to say thank you.
You are welcome, and we are happy to be here and share your success with you. Now that we're on the success train, does anybody else want to share any successes that they've had in the last couple of weeks? Carol?
Well, I did my third module yesterday, and so I'm doing every other Sunday because it works out for me right now, and it was a slam dunk out of the park. I just, oh my gosh, it was, It's been so cool to do this. Okay, so I'm behind on my paperwork for you guys, but
That's
I'm
okay.
moving forward in the design, right, of what I taught my kids, my daughters, and now we have 20 women, right, in our group, and oh, they're just awesome, and I'm just so excited. But yeah, yesterday was magical, and everybody went home really feeling that they're flying high. So you can't get
That's
that on paper.
wonderful. Ah, that's wonderful. Congratulations. And I want to tell you, Carol, and I want to tell all of you, man, when you start teaching those education programs, there is nothing as rewarding because every time you teach it, it's a different experience. And I have found that I have learned so much from my participants too. Every time I teach a class, I really learn from everyone who is there learning from me. So that is how we evolve and grow. And there's nothing as energizing as sharing your passion, your knowledge, and watching other people grow from it. It is incredible. So congratulations, Carol. Really, really wonderful. Hi, David. Welcome. I want to introduce everyone to Jeff here. Jeff is joining us for the first time today. Jeff, just give everyone a quick hello and what you do.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here on this first mastermind that I've attended. I have a graphic design background. I do collateral pieces for folks. I do slide deck presentations, a little bit of voiceover work. I also work with aspiring authors, and I just completed work with an author a little over a week ago, and he got his book published. So that's awesome. He's out there and getting ready to do a media kit for him and getting ready to hopefully sign with another client later on this afternoon. And that's what I do.
Nice.
Congratulations. Thanks for introducing yourself. 1 second, you guys. Levi, what is it? Spike Rhino. I need to write Spike Rhino, you guys. Spike Rhino.
What is
All right,
Spike Rhino?
There you go. He's making these fictional animals in this app, and
There's one.
and he wants me to name them because it's a little hard for him to write. That's awesome, sweetheart. Okay, mommy's busy with her call. Okay, honey, I'll talk to you afterwards. Sorry, you guys. All right, and then Jill, you're also fairly new to the community. We haven't seen you at my call yet. Do you want to just say hi to everybody?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Jill. I am a massage therapist and working on licensing my company right now for corporate and mobile massage and wellness. And my success is that I gave Rob my first completed draft, and now we're just figuring out the costs, where what we should charge. So
fantastic, Jill. Congratulations. So we're really moving forward on this licensing, and this is going to be huge for you and your company.
yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share success? Anne?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I definitely did a great job of shifting the vibe. And what happened was a woman I trained probably 12 years ago sent me a referral, and I haven't seen her for that long. So literally a dozen years ago, this lady sent me a referral, and I will see her on Wednesday. And then also somebody who has just completed my 90-day journey wanted to climb right back on the wagon. So he did not drop off. And that's what's really cool. So yeah. And I'm working on my free flowing writing, as you said, when we chatted last week. So thank you. And thanks for all the support. And I'm really excited to share everyone's.
You're welcome, my sweetheart. I'm so happy to hear that this is happening for you. I know it's been a long time coming and very needed at the moment. So yes, so the chat we had the other day was helpful. I'm so glad. All right, anyone else before we get to our goals for the week? Anyone else want to share any successes? All right, so time to set those goals. It is Monday. We have a busy, busy week ahead of us. So I would like everybody to tell me what would be the number one thing on your list that you feel you need to get done this week. David, you've been super quiet. Why don't we start with you?
All right, let me unmute myself.
Putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Coming to you live from the maintenance closet here at a Hanson Hotel. No. All right. Let's see. Goals for this week is to get an ad. I'm gonna say ad. Just posting out there to get a new primary principal therapist for core massage. So that I can start getting somebody in to take all over that role for core massage so that I can focus on all core therapy center activities better.
Fantastic. And have you spoken to Suzanne at all? Does she have any leads for you?
I know not yet, but I will add that to my list to reach out to her and touch base to see.
Okay. And maybe, Jill knows a lot of people too. So, why don't, Jill, if you have any ideas for David, please do reach out to him. That would be wonderful if we could help him find his new primary principal for massage therapy in his practice. Am I right? Did I say that right, David?
Yeah, it's just having somebody to replace me on the core massage side of the house.
Okay, fantastic.
So someone that lives here in the Colorado Springs area.
Okay, thanks for sharing that, and let us know who you find and what that looks like, and if any of us can support you in that. Okay.
Right, thank you.
Jill, why don't you go next and let us know what would be your number one goal for this week? I know you said you just sent this document to Robert. What would be the next step for you?
Good question. That's kind of why I'm here. I don't know.
Okay.
I was like, just jump on the call. My mind is like, kind of like.
Good. So, really, probably for you right now, it's a bit of a waiting game.
Yeah.
Just to see what Robert comes back with. So my suggestion for you, and this is a mastermind course, so if anyone else have suggestions for Jill, would be to shift your focus to something else within your business for this week until you have word back from Robert as to how that licensing process will be going on next. So sometimes we just need to step back from the things that we are so focused on and shift focus to something else to get us productive in another area. So is that helpful?
Yeah, I definitely am looking at a break will be nice for a minute for that. And then I have other things up my sleeve for ideas just are wanting to be kind of funneled out of me. But I do feel confident in how I'm organizing my systems, but I can fine tune that a little bit. We're just, April's going to be busy, so making sure I have financially, I think also it's like looking at my financial goals. I think I need to step like into that role a little bit more and be like, make some goals for financial. What is my, like that kind of like I need to, that's I think we're going to look at this week or today, even just like financially what's going on.
Right. So if I may a suggestion, why don't you make this week about setting up your financial goals for the next quarter? Because we are stepping into the second quarter. So that might be a nice shift for you away from the licensing thing that you've been working so hard on, and just really refocusing yourself on your financial goals. So maybe take out that pen and paper and
that feels like that's where I want to start.
Okay, good. Fantastic. Hey. All right, Jeff, do you want to share with us your goal for the week?
Well, my goal would be to get myself set up and organized, since I'm still technically onboarding into the company. So I plan on getting some marketing materials together and getting myself out there and putting notices out.
Fantastic. And connecting with other Achieve humans, huh?
Yes, and I plan on being in the Springs on the 1st.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So, you can always set up a little meeting there with David. You can meet up with Carol. Where are you? In the Springs, right? No. Where are you?
Chicago.
Oh, see, totally forget.
Yeah. Chicago.
Never mind. I spaced that out. She's in Chicago. Okay. So with you unmuted, why don't you share your goal for the week with us?
So now that I got that module done under my belt, I'm going to work on my PR package and my Power Bio, all of that, and get that ready. I went ahead and got Shannon's program to pull that off and help me with the done for you side of it too. So getting all that content together, because that'll just help in the marketing and advertisement of the business. And then next Monday, I'm flying to Hawaii and taking my daughter's ashes to Turtle Beach. And then I'm going to fly home on Wednesday. So I'm going to take a couple of my kids with, but that was her last wish. You know, a vision board is powerful.
Yes.
It goes beyond you, right? So, so we're just, you know, helping her achieve that vision that she wanted. So,
well, sweetheart, listen, safe travels, and may that be a soul healing experience for you.
yeah, it's really something. So, anyways,
we love you.
Thank you.
No, you've been through so much in the last while.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing that with us. That is wonderful. We will be thinking of you while you're out there. Awesome. And then, PR packages and Power Bio. That sounds awesome. And you go ahead, honey. What's next for you?
So I would also like to add to my vision board. That was part of my plan for today, because magic is definitely in play. And then finish the flyer for Denver for the marketing materials for what Deb and I are going to be doing.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah, because we want to just finish that early so that if there's any changes and things and edits, we got enough time to do that, and do some personal invites for my March special, my 6-pack Kickstarter.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, fantastic. I wrote that down. So we'll check back and see how we can help you by next week if you haven't.
I also wrote it down.
Okay, good. Kim, last but not least, my darling.
Well, I have leads to follow up on that, to be really efficient, caring, and effective with following up on those leads in the next 2 or 3 days. Yeah, that's the biggie. I mean, I have other things, customers to finish, and et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah.
But that's the right answer, because that's really exactly what you should be focusing on right now. So wonderful. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And so, you know, if any of you need help or support with any of that, you know where to find me or anyone else in the community. We are all here to support each other. So as you know, I always like to bring something to the call, not always, but most of the time. And today I just want to reiterate, and you guys know this is a huge thing for me that I talk about a lot, and I'm going to talk about it again, and that is self-awareness. I just want to bring us back to why it is so important to be self-aware, and then also a few tips on how you can enhance or up your self-awareness. And I know I'm speaking to the choir here because I know you guys, and I know a lot of you already are doing a lot of the things that I'm going to say. But nevertheless, I think it's always good to reiterate, come back to basics, and up that awareness. So having self-awareness really means that you have knowledge of yourself, that you understand your habits, you understand what you like and what you don't like, you understand how you view the world, and you understand what it is you need personally and professionally to thrive and to be successful. So when you're self-aware, you know what you want in life. So we talked about the vision boards, we talk about goal setting in this call. So that's why I wanted to bring this, because goal setting is such a big part of keeping your awareness high, keeping your goals in front of you and knowing where you're going, and then also understanding your emotional responses to things. All these things are a big part of what self-awareness is. And then, you know, self-awareness doesn't really solve our challenges in life, but it gives us an accurate starting point and allows us to develop a game plan for solutions. So the more self-aware we are, and the more aware we are of where we are and where we want to go, the better equipped we are to find the solutions, the goals, and the road that leads us there. So a few little tips I want to throw out there today to heighten self-awareness. And I would bet that a lot of you already probably do a lot of these things. And a lot of these things I need to up on as well. So it's a good reminder for me too. So number one is keeping a journal, right? Just really, whether you decide to do it in the morning or in the evening, at the beginning or the end of your day, a journal is really a way to kind of reflect on what it is you want, where you've been, what you've done, and where you want to go. And writing things down, as we all know, just adds to that because it implements all our senses. So we get to see, we get to write, it's tactile. What's the word I'm looking for? Is that the word? Tactile. And we get clarity in our minds. So we get to dream, and we get to envision, which is such a huge part of goal setting and of reaching those goals, is being able to actually picture them and envision them. And that's also what brings us to vision boards. You know, vision boards can be done in very many ways, and it's not for everybody, especially for the visual people. And I'm a very visual person, so I really love vision boarding as well. When you journal, there's a few questions that I want you to ask yourself. So I want you to ask yourself, what did I do well, right? So we always need to remember to celebrate the things in the day or that we've done, or the week. And then what did you do poorly? Maybe you need to look at what it is that didn't go according to plan. And then what changes do you want to make? How can you improve on the things that you have achieved? And how will you make those changes? So it's not just about what are the changes, but also how will you make the changes? The second thing that we sometimes can look at, or what I think is a good thing to review, is just sitting down and looking at your life and what are your regrets? What do you think are the things that are regrets for you, and what brought you to that point? What decisions did you make that resulted in the regrets? Because if we understand that, we can also understand not to make those same mistakes or those same poor judgments, whatever it is that brought us to those places where we might have regret. The third one I want to mention is also to say, what challenges in your life are constant? So what are the challenges that we keep seeing reoccurring over and over and over again? Hold on one sec, you guys. Levi, I am busy, baby.
Brother bite.
Honey, where? What, brother bite?
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. Having the 8-year-old at home. He's going back to school tomorrow. Here we go. Brother bite. It's spring break, you know. All right, off you go. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. So, sorry, coming back to that. Which challenges in your life are constant? And what are the struggles that persist? And so it's important to understand those so you have the power to change nearly anything. We have the power to change those things, but first we have to become aware of them. Another thing I know that a lot of you practice here is meditation. We all understand the power of meditation. For me, I love meditation, but I even love visualization more. So find what works for you. For me, I like to visualize things, but meditation gives you an opportunity to observe your thoughts without judgment. All right. We're not judging ourselves when we're asking these questions. We're simply assessing and seeing where we can make changes. This is not about being hard on yourself. This is about really helping yourself improve and just upping that self-awareness. So when you meditate, the goal is not, you know, you can do a guided meditation and there's different ways to meditate, but I think one of the most helpful ways to meditate is just to let thoughts come in and out of your mind and to assess afterwards. You can look at them and go, what were those thoughts and how are they relevant? And, you know, meditation allows us to learn how to create space between our thoughts and our emotions and see how you feel about the things that came up for you. Let's see. Also, another way to really up our awareness, and this is why I love these mastermind calls, is to get objective views. Like, ask friends for feedback. And we're all here as business partners, but we are all friends too. So ask someone to describe to you how they perceive you or how they see you as a person. What are the things they love most about you? Ask them to name your strengths and weaknesses. Make sure when you ask someone these questions, it's someone you trust and it's someone that's close to you and someone that you know really cares about you, right? But sometimes to go to someone close to you and ask those questions can really help with self-awareness. So there's just a few ideas. I mean, there's many more, but I think it's really important for us, not just in our personal lives, but also in our businesses, to up the awareness. And that's why I love teaching all the stuff I do about body language and posture and how you show up, because all of that is part of your self-awareness and part of you setting a precedent for yourself and how you want others to experience you, how you want others to feel you. And like when I teach my show up program, I always talk about what is the feeling you want people to have when they're in your presence, right? And if you set that intention, if you set the awareness upon that, that already takes you 70, 80% there. Because simply having the intention to show up in a way that is how you want others to experience you will get you there. Are there any questions or additions to what I just said? Anyone want to add anything? Anyone have thoughts about that?
Writing it all down, it's great.
Oh, fantastic. Good. Yes, Anne.
I have a fun thing for the vision board. When you look at it, one of Colette Baron Reed, you know, the woman who does she said, when you look at your board, imagine that you just sucked on a lemon so that you can get that feeling of like, yum, 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 on like to look at your board. And that also creates a brain connection.
Right, it does. Yeah, there's a lot to that. Actually, I want to add to that sensory experience, because that example of the lemon is one that a lot of coaches uses to remind us how powerful our brains are. Because when Anne just said, suck on a lemon, what happened? Your saliva started, your body creates saliva because and you feel that feeling of the sour. Our brain is so powerful. We don't necessarily have to suck on a lemon to get the responses from sucking on a lemon, right? So yes, it really is about visualizing and understanding the power of that. Thanks for that.
Feeling, because you know that if you tell someone a story about how mad or happy you got, you can actually get madder or happier in the telling of the story, because you bring all those feels back. Right. That's what's so important. So you choose what stories you're going to say.
Choose your words, choose your stories, and choose how you speak to yourself, people. Please really, really monitor and become aware, talking about self-awareness, of what is that self-talk? What is that mind, that voice in the back of your head saying? If you raise the awareness of that, you can nip that in the bud if it's negative. Right? But if you're totally just letting that stuff go on in the back of your mind without awareness, you can't change it. So that's my message to you today. Up your awareness so you can make the changes that you want and need to make to thrive. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Good luck with all your goals. Have a safe trip, Carol. Thanks for sharing your successes. I'll see you next Monday.
Thanks,
Thank you, Vanessa. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.